Hey guys, today we're going to learn how to work with properties of exponents. So before we begin, I want to talk a little bit about an exponent. So if I had the number 3 and I squared it, okay, just to make sure we understand, the 3 is actually called the base, and to the second power is the exponent. Just a little bit of background, okay, so that's the exponent. All right, what 3 squared means is we're actually taking 3 and we're multiplying it by 3, and we get 9. Okay, so base is 3, exponents 2 is 3 times 3. If we had an example where we had x and we squared it, it's the same as x times x, all right, which is x squared, not 2x, it's x squared. Okay, so what we're going to learn today, though, is that we can take exponents, and say I had 2 to the third power, and I multiplied it by 2 to the second power. All right, if I took 2 to the third, it's like saying 2 times 2 times 2, and I'm multiplying it by 2 squared, so I'm multiplying it by another 2 times 2. Okay, so that's actually going to be equivalent to 2 to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the fifth power. Okay, so our first rule of exponents is the product of powers property. So in this example, in your notes on 54a, if you had 4 to the third power times 4 squared, you would get 4 to the fifth power. Because the rule is we're actually just taking the exponents and we're adding them together. So 3 plus 2 is 5. So if we were using variables, say I had a to the m power times a to the n power, all we would have to do is, if we have the same base, and this is crucial, the base needs to be the same. So this would be a to the m plus n power. So we're adding the exponents together. So to multiply powers with the same base, okay, so the exponents are the powers with the same base, we're going to add the exponents. Okay, so if I looked at my first example for number 1, I've got 2 to the third times 2 squared, and notice right here 2 and 2, they're the same base. So all I'd have to do is say that this would be 2 to the 3 plus 2, or this is 2 to the fifth power. Okay, we can then evaluate 2 to the fifth power, and you can do that by using your calculator. All right, what you can do with your calculator, let me just pull up an example of the calculator right here. On your calculator, if I wanted to do 2 to the fifth power, I would press 2, and then you see this little caret button here. This is how we're going to do our exponents. 2 to the fifth, and I would hit enter, and I would get 32. Okay, so that's all that we're going to do right there. We would then get 2 to the fifth, which is equal to 32. All right, so anytime we have numbers, we can actually evaluate and get the answer. All right, number 2 is a little different. You got to be a little careful here because it's 3 times 3 squared. But even though we're not showing it, there is an exponent here. It's actually 3 to the first power. So if we added the exponents together, we would end up with 3 to the third power. So 3 to the third power is going to be equal to 27. All right, now we're going to be really careful with our parentheses, okay? So in this case, we've got negative 2 to the fourth power times negative 2. So this is actually, again, to the first power. So this would be negative 2 to the fifth power, like that, okay? Now if I use my calculator, and again, I go back to my calculator, and I'm going to say negative 2 to the fifth power, okay, I have to be really careful, and I've got to put that negative 2 in parentheses, and that's going, then I'm going to do my little caret there, raise it to the fifth power, and we're going to end up with a negative 32. Okay, so let's put that down as being negative 32. So be really careful if you're using your calculator and pay close attention to the parentheses. All right, so if I had variables here, x to the fourth times x to the fifth power, we would just add the exponents. So this would be x to the 4 plus 5 is 9, and that would be our final answer. Okay, here we've got 1 squared times 1 to the seventh, so again the same base, 1 to the ninth power, which would be equal to just 1 times 1 times 1 would just be 1. Okay, so 1 to any power is just equal to 1. All right, if I had 3 squared times 3, it would be 3 to the first power, so this would be 3 to the third power, which would be equal to 27. Okay, so I want you guys to try a few of them and then come back and check them. Well, check them with the rest of the video. So try the next few. Again, if you have positive and negative numbers as exponents, you just simply add them. So number 7, we'd have a negative 4. To the 2 plus a negative 2 gives us negative 4 to the 0. Well, anything to the 0 power is equal to 1. So our answer is 1. Negative 2 to the negative 3 times 2 to the 5th is 2 squared, which is equal to 4. And here I've got x squared times x to the 6th times x to the 3rd. Again, we have the same base for all three, so we're just going to add the exponents. This would be x to the 8th plus 3 is x to the 11th. Okay, so number 10, we would have a negative x, and this would be 4 plus a negative 3 is 1. We can simplify that and just write it as negative x. This would be 0 to the 0 power. Well, if you try 0 to the 0 power on your calculator, you're going to find out that this is actually undefined. Okay, so 0 to the 0 power is undefined. But now we've got 0 squared times 0 to the 6th times 0 cubed. If we add the exponents, we end up with 0 to the 11th power. 8 plus 3 is 11. That's going to be equal to 0. Okay, so 0 to any power except for 0 to the 0 would just be 0. Okay, so the next rule we're going to talk about is the power of a power product. So if I had the number, and I'll do it a little bigger down here, if I had 4 and I cubed it, all right, let's write it like this. Okay, so there's 4 cubed, and then if I squared the whole thing, it's like saying, well, 4 cubed times 4 cubed again. Okay, so now how many 4? It would be 4 multiplied 6 times. Okay, so if you notice, actually, using numbers, the rule is for power of a power, you're going to actually multiply the exponents. All right, so in this case, it would be 4 to the 6th power because 3 times 2 is 6. All right, if we had variables, a to the m, and then we took the whole thing in parentheses and raised it to the n power, it would be a to the mn. We're just multiplying those two. Okay, so in the example here, if we had 2 to the 3rd squared, it would be 2 to the 3 times 2 is 6. And then we can evaluate it, that's right, so I'm not going to circle that yet. All right, so we're going to say, well, 2 to the 6th power, and again, you can use your calculator for that. Okay, so you can come over here, I'll pull out my calculator, and now I've got 2 to the 6th power, so 2, and then I'm going to use a little caret, 2 to the 6th, and I get 64. Okay, so that's going to be 64. Okay, this would be 3 to the 6th power. Okay, because 2 times 3 is 6. And when I evaluate 3 to the 6th power, okay, again we go 3 to the 6th power here. And you guys can try this on the calculator just to make sure you can do it. Okay, you're going to get 729. Okay, so 729. All right. Number 15, the negative 2 is going to be to the 6th power. Okay, and again, you've got to be really careful when you use your calculator. You're going to make sure you put that in parentheses, and you're going to realize the actual answer is 64. It's positive 64. Okay. All right, so 16, the negative 1 is in parentheses, and it's cubed and then times 2, so it's going to be 3 times 2 is 6. So if you put that in your calculator, you're going to end up with positive 1. All right, if you take a negative number and raise it to an even exponent, it's going to be positive because a negative times a negative is a positive. All right, if I looked at number 17, this would be x to the 7 times 4 is 28. You can't do anything else when it's just a variable. Okay, this one you've got to be a little bit careful. If you notice, the negative is on the outside, so you start on the inside. You've got x to the 3rd and you're squaring it. So you're going to follow your rules of having the same base and bringing it to a power. You're going to multiply, so you got x to the 6th. Okay, but the negative is on the outside, so it's going to just be negative x to the 6th. And it's not in parentheses, it's just going to be like that, negative x to the 6th. All right, 19, we multiply. So now even though it's a negative, it's going to be n to the negative 8th power. Okay, and we'll learn a little bit later, but we never leave our exponents as negative. Anything to a negative exponent actually turns it into a fraction, so this would actually be 1 over n to the 8th power, like that. Okay. Number 20, negative 2 would be to the 6th power. Okay, and again, negative 2 to the 6th power, just like we just did that right over here. It would just be 64 again. Okay, and 21, where you multiply them, 4 times 3 times 2 is 12 times 2 is 24, so this would be x to the 24th power. Okay, all right, anything to the 0 power is just going to be equal to 1. Okay, so this is just y squared to the 0 power. If we took 2 times 0 is 0, so y to the 0, which would be equal to 1. And we are assuming that y is not equal to 0. Okay, and so let's write y is not equal to 0. And that's because we would have the situation that 0 to the 0 power, which would be undefined. Okay, number 23, we end up with negative 2 to the 4th power. Okay, so we can then evaluate that. 4 times 2 is 8, 16. Okay, and here we have an s to the 4 times 3 is 12, and then 12 times 6 is 72. So we end up with s to the 72 power. Okay, all right, so moving on, we have a power of a product property. And what that means is if we have a product and the product is raised to an exponent, then you're going to take each of the factors and you're going to raise that to the same exponent or that same power. So, for instance, if I had 4 times 2 cubed, it's really the same, and we'll do it down here, 4 times 2 cubed. It's the same as saying 4 times 2 times 4 times 2 times 4 times 2. All right, if you notice, we've got 3 4s we're multiplying, so 4 cubed, and it's going to be times 2 cubed. Okay, so in the case of variables, if we have ab to the m power, it's the same as saying a to the m times b to the m. Okay, so to find the power of a product, we find the power of each factor. All right, so example of that would be number 25. Okay, if we did that, we would have 2 squared, oops, let's fix that, we would have 2 squared times 3 squared. Okay, this would be 4 times 9, which would be 36. All right, if you notice, it's also, if we did 2 times 3 is 6, 6 squared is also 36. Okay, but where we usually use this is when we have a mix of coefficients and variables. So like number 26, if I take 2 and raise it to the 4th power, and then I have x to the 4th power and y to the 4th power. What you're going to want to do is actually take the coefficient and actually evaluate it. So 2 to the 4th power would be 16, and then you would just have x to the 4th, y to the 4th, and that would be your final answer. Okay, number 27, because a negative 4 is inside the parentheses, you're going to make sure you take negative 4 and you square it, and then x squared. Negative 4 squared is positive 16, and then you have your x squared. Okay, so the negative for number 28 is on the outside of the parentheses. So be really careful. You're only taking the factors that are inside the parentheses and raising it to the power. So this negative would be on the outside, but then it would be 4 squared x squared. Okay, we're not squaring negative 4, we're actually squaring 4 and getting 16, and then we're taking the negative of it. So it would be actually an answer of negative 16x squared. Okay, again, our negative is on the outside, so we're going to get a negative 4 cubed, m cubed, and n cubed. So positive 4 cubed is 64, but then we take the negative of it, so we end up with negative 64 m cubed n squared. N cubed, sorry, those were both cubed. I don't want to confuse you. Actually, let's do 29 over again here. All right, I've only got about 30 seconds and the video is going to end. Okay, so this would be a negative 4 cubed, m cubed, n cubed. All right, 4 cubed would be 64, but the negative of it would be negative 64 m cubed, n cubed. and that would be our answer. Okay, I'm going to stop the video right here, and you can watch the next video to continue.